Hi guys, this is Hecatehoney with another edition of How to Witch series. So today I'm going to be talking about Samhain, which is Samhain or Samhain. It's the New Year's Sabbat for pagans, Wiccans, etc. It's like the last harvest festival celebration, and to me personally, I always make it my new year, my honoring of the ancestors, and the time when I really reflect on how my year has gone and what I've learned, what I've gained, what what's been important. And I do this in several ways. Like, one, I can feel it coming up. You know when the summer's ending and then it gets a little bit crisp and there's a little more electricity in the air going into fall. I also feel it spiritually and energetically. Like, I can just feel the energy like quickening and pulsing. And they say, like, especially leading up to Samhain, this is when the veil between the dimensions and the worlds is the thinnest, when spirits can come through, when energy comes through better. And I don't know, it's just a beautiful, it makes me a little choked up. It's like a beautiful time of year for any witch and or anyone with that kind of belief system, you know, the pagan, the Wiccan, the witch belief system. It's just an honoring of the earth, that the earth is now, you know, getting ready to die, so to speak, and go quiet. So I do this in a few ways. One, I'm more thoughtful as I'm leading up to Samhain, which is October 31st. To me, it's Halloween. And I just get more thoughtful, more spiritual, and I try to connect more, either through meditation, through quieting times. You know, like, the thing is about, like, solitude and being alone. Like, if you're constantly busying your day and you never get that quiet time, there's no opening, no chance for spirit to come in. So you really have to kind of get quiet. And I tend to get quieter during this time of the year. And I really just think about how I want to honor my year and what I want to bring into the new year. And also how I want to honor my ancestors. And this also corresponds with Dia de los Muertos, which, you know, I am of Hispanic origin. And, you know, Dia de los Muertos is like such a beautiful celebration of those who have passed. I'm sure, like, if you've seen Coco or anything like that, any of those movies, it's the night where it's after Halloween. It's generally celebrated, I think, November 1st and November 2nd, like All Saints Day, All Souls Day, where families go to the cemetery and they honor those who have passed and celebrate them. And there's also, like, you know, altars that you can create of things that those past loved ones liked or were part of them. And you decorate the altars with, like, marigold, I think it's marigolds, or those those flowers that they're orange and God, I think they're marigolds. Sorry. Look it up. Google's great for that. And then, you know, there's, like, the frankincense and the myrrh burning, and it just creates this, like, otherworldly. And, like, every year with my friend Lori, I go to the Dia de los Muertos celebration at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, which is like a scene, but it's so beautiful. And the vibrant colors and just air of celebration. And then you have all your senses are involved, because there's amazing food, there's music, there's these beautiful altars with these scents of the different incense, and it's just always telling a story, you know, and you, like, you can feel it in the air, like you know, it's like this, I don't know, being in a cemetery for one is also like a whole other experience, like at night. So I do like a dual celebration. Like I do Samhain on Halloween night, And then I do the Dia de los Muertos also combined. And I create an altar. I create an altar for my ancestors. And I have pictures of, you know, like my grandma's. I have pictures of like those I've lost and that I miss, and I get to honor them and love them. And then I have like my pumpkins, because, you know, on all sacred altars you have properties of that season. Sorry. And so I have pumpkins and gourds, and I have fall leaves, even though here in California it's hard to get a hold of those, and flowers and the incense, and you know, before my Samhain ritual, I cleanse myself, you know, energetically with, like, in my previous videos, how I cleanse energy and space. And then I take a shower and I do my shower ritual, which I'll do another video on that. And then so I'm prepared, and then I put on, you know, some sacred oils and my necklace of amethyst. And sometimes I'll put on these beautiful head wreaths, and just prepare myself to be in a sacred energetic space, and which is a change from my normal everyday self. And I prepare like a little meal. You can do like mead or teas that, you know, reflect the season, like apples and spices. Like, you can do mulled wine. I don't drink, but if you want like wine, you know, and I'll have sometimes like little muffins that are like pumpkin spice. Yes, I'm a basic bitch. I like pumpkin everything. And I have that on my altar along with my normal ritual accoutrements of like the bell and the incense and the salt and the water and my beautiful little goddess statue, and candles. You want to choose colors that reflect the season as well. So like, you know, for harvest, it's like maroons and reds and oranges, and then I also incorporate black, just because I always wear black. It's such a protective, energetically protective, not color, but, you know, color. And then I call in the four corners and create my sacred circle. And, you know, every time I do a ritual, I take notes, and it's specifically for this ritual, because I write down what I do want to bring in for the new year, and I write it down on bay leaves, and I burn them during the ritual. So I call in the four corners. I meditate to get myself in a sacred space. And then, you know, sometimes I'll do a reading, like a tarot reading, to kind of see what Spirit wants me to know, what energy I'm in, what vibration I'm in. I also will note that in my journal, and then I'll write down all the things I want to bring in for this year, for the coming year, and I write those on bay leaves and burn them. And then I also write what I want to get rid of, and I draw a line through it and throw that in the fire as well. And most harvest festivals are fire oriented, because, you know, it was like the big bonfires where they would like burn whatever they didn't use. And I also feel like burning things is like a connection to spirit, and giving it to the universe, you know. And I feel like that's such a special way. So I do that, and then each one of my ancestors, I call them and I honor them, and let them know that they're loved and missed. And like, there's just something so grounding in reconnecting with those energies. And I channel, and like, it began a channel, which I should do a video on this, a channeling through writing, but now it's changed to where I can hear them just like I can hear my spirits. And so I've connected with some of my ancestors in the past, and there is just nothing but love there. So much love. It seems like even if there were anger or, you know, mishaps or errors that you made with them, that when they do come through in the afterlife, there's only love left. It's so beautiful. And it's something so profound about this ritual that I never skip it. Like, if I don't, I mean, I'm not the perfect witch, so if I don't honor every Sabbat, I always honor Samhain and my ancestors, and I feel them with me. And And ancestor worship is a great thing. Like when you have to consider that how many souls it took for you to incarnate here on earth. There are about 2,000 strong behind you. And it's so amazing to feel the force of those ancestors in your life. And so I honor them in that ritual in any way I can. And sometimes I've done more elaborate rituals. Sometimes I do just something to honor, you know. But I always have a ritual. And I quiet myself. And I listen for their messages for me. So I feel like Samhain is a huge time to get messages from the other dimensions, whether it be my guides or my ancestors. And then I kind of bathe myself in that love. It's like, it ends up feeling like a warm blanket around my spirit, of just love and honoring. And so if you have the opportunity to do that, I really suggest it. There are basic ritual principles, which you can always look up. I have a reading list on my website, which just gives you basic ritual setup and actions. And then I usually end my ritual with just like pulling in all of that energy, either through chant or dance, some kind of performative function, like a rocking where you're building energy. As I'm rocking now, and you're building this energy. I mean, even through masturbation, like that's a huge release, like build up and release of energy, which you can do during rituals too. It's part of like a sex magic, but alone. And you just build that energy up, and then at the final culmination, you release it out into the universe. And all your wishes and hopes, and like that's how I celebrate my Samhain. And I know this is just a really general feeling, but I just wanted to impress upon you the importance of this Sabbat and how you can really incorporate it into your life, and honor those who have come before you to set up your present, to set up your future. So I love you guys. And if you need more detailed information, you can always, leave a message, or you can go to my website. There's a lot of books on there. Not all the books I've read, but those I could remember and still have. But yeah, I don't know. Just do it. Anyway, love you guys. And this is another episode of How to Witch.